Hey folks, want to come on today and do another solo episode. I've had a lot of books that I've accumulated over the last definitely 8 years since 2017, maybe 16. So one that comes to mind that has really changed my perspective on, I suppose, life, but mainly work is called The One Thing, The Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results. Gary Keller with Papasan. And I think I did a review on this not too long ago over on TikTok, but I'm not doing that as much. I wanted to just talk about the concept. Here's the book. It's the number one Wall Street Journal bestseller. On the back, it's a big old question mark. And yeah, New York Times bestseller, number one Wall Street Journal bestseller, number one Amazon bestseller, USA Today bestseller. And yeah, we'll get into it. Super interesting. Just as I open it, it's won 12 book awards, 26 languages, 250 bestseller appearances. It says here, you want less, you want fewer distractions and less on your plate. Barrage of emails, texts, calls, meetings keep you from your most important work. Simultaneously, demand of work and family take a toll. What's the cost? Second-rate work, missed deadlines, smaller paychecks, no stress. You want more productivity from your work, more income for a better lifestyle. You want more satisfaction from life and more time. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. It's just what it says on the inside of the book here, which I won't get into too much. I don't want to ruin the book for people. I don't want to ruin it for people. Excuse me. You want more satisfaction from life, more time for yourself, your family, your friends. Now you can have both, less and more. In The One Thing, you'll learn to cut through the clutter, achieve better results in less time, dial down the stress, overcome that overwhelmed feeling, revive your energy, stay on track. The one thing delivers extraordinary results in every area of your life: work, personal, family, and spiritual. So yeah, let's talk about it a bit today. The whole concept of the one thing. I used to find myself doing a number of different things. So we'll get into it now. One sec. Patience with me, please. I'll get to this. If you're listening, I'm going to sound like your primary school teacher or teach you how you're growing up. Not saying teachers sound like that, but let's just get into it. I dig myself my own hole there. So yes, so The One Thing by Gary Keller and Papasan is a best-selling self-help book, which we already talked about, a productivity book that teaches this ChatGPT, by the way. I will go to Gemini, I'm going to go back and forth. It teaches a simple but powerful focus strategy for achieving extraordinary results in work and life. The core idea of the book is ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will become easier or unnecessary? And then focus most of your energy on that task. The one thing is a simple, most important priority in your work or life at any moment. The thing that will make the biggest impact if you complete it. Focus on it first helps you cut through distractions and make faster progress towards your goals. Key concepts and lessons. Number one, prioritization over busyness. Not all tasks matter equally. Many activities feel urgent but don't significantly move you toward your goals. By identifying and committing to your one thing, you prioritize high impact work over busy work. Number two, the 6 lies about productivity. The book dismantles common productivity myths that hold people back, including everything matters equally, multitasking is effective, you must be extremely disciplined at all time, willpower is always available, a balanced life is the goal, big goals are bad. These lies distract you from the most meaningful work. Number 3, willpower and energy. management. You probably have to buy the book to go into it. There's another woman on LinkedIn that talks about this as well, energy management. A skill that I've really learned over the last, previously 4 years when I was on a career break for health and well-being. Willpower isn't unlimited, it depletes throughout the day. The author recommends doing your one thing when you have the most focus and energy, often early in the day, and do your best, and your best effort goes toward your biggest priority. Time blocking, blocked out number number 4, blocked out dedicated, uninterrupted time in your schedule to work on your one thing. This protects your focus against distractions and competing demands. Number 5, the domino effect. Small focused actions can trigger a domino effect, which we talked about on the leadership podcast, about small consistent actions leading to big extraordinary results. Completing, I think it was along those lines, maybe even word for word. Some people say something else, but that was on number 49, about leadership. Creates momentum that makes future progress easier and builds towards larger results. Number 6, habits and discipline. Rather than relying on consistent willpower, success comes from building disciplined habits, small actions repeatedly that lead to lasting results. And this is great. This builds on what we've been talking about, mindset, resilience. A bit about thinking big, helping others, excellence, thinking big, helping others, fuels your sort of success, or not. I don't want to say success is we talked about the definition of success, as it's not a dirty word. No, it's not in. Anyway, I won't go there. Success in Oxford languages means achieving desired goal, getting a positive result, or excelling at something. So, achievement of the aim. The fundamental idea is achieving what you set out to do, like a successful project or diet, favorable outcome, a positive result, such as a hit play or a profitable venture. Per Collins Dictionary. High positive / prosperity, often linked to career status, wealth, fame. Notes, Cambridge Dictionary. Interesting. Subjectivity, nuances on the AI overview on Google. Beyond money, while money and status are common metrics, Oxford languages emphasize success can be personal, like improving skills, helping others, according to Merriam, Webster, and Oxford Learners Dictionaries. Growth versus milestones. It can be continuous personal growth and small improvements, not just hitting big targets, suggests Oxford Learners Dictionaries. And last one, context matters. In language learning, success might be consistent improvement, not just fluency, as mentioned in Merriam-Webster. In short, Oxford Learners Dictionaries present success as achieving goals, but its meaning broadens to personal fulfillment, positive impact, growth, and making it a diverse concept beyond just what to find. Yeah. Number 6, we talked about this, habits and discipline rather than relying on consistent willpower. Success, we talked about a bit about the definition there from Oxford Languages and a few other places, comes from building disciplined habits, small actions repeatedly, consistently to lead to lasting results. How the one thing can help you, I suppose clarity. It helps you identify what matters most right now. With that question, which we talked about, focus reduces overwhelm by narrowing your attention to one priority. Efficiency encourages working smarter, not harder, so you get better results in less time. Purpose aligns daily actions with long-term goals and values. And for me, just I'll make this about myself real quick in case you're looking, well, how do I apply this to my life? At the moment, for me, it's I take it back, it's the podcast. I find it's the one thing that, by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary for me. Just being able to share ideas, things that I've learned over my career break or over the last 8 to 10, 12 years since I left, only 13 years, 12 years since I left secondary school, that I can get into things that I've learned on my own journey and just put pen to paper and just talk about it, because I don't find myself really entry level in my career or work, still maybe mid-level now, so maybe giving back a bit is super interesting. I found that when I was going through trying to figure out my own journey with work, going through different industries, self-employment, employment, number of different courses, trying to figure out what to do long term. Listening to podcasts are one of those things, and reading books that were super helpful for me. I talked about business school as well, and changing locations, different environments, which maybe get into environment. But the one thing, and I read this I think in 2019 or 2020, and what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will become easier or necessary? For me, it's the podcast. If there's one big takeaway for you, it could be your job, or for you it could be for example, it could be your business, or it could be, if you're an athlete, it could be your sport. And you can apply this to other areas of life. For example, what's the one thing I can do in my, I think this is in the book, forgive me if I'm wrong here, I think I just mentioned as well, what's the one thing I can do in my work life? What's the one thing I can do in my personal life? What's the one thing I can do in my, with friends? What's the one thing I can do with family? What's the one thing I can do with any sort of area of life you care about? We may get that onto that different areas of life in a later stage. We just wanted to build on this. I love the title as well. The one thing, the surprisingly simple truth behind extraordinary results. Rather than focus on 1 to 3 or a number of things, just the one thing in that area of life. And you can apply it to a number of different things, and it's super fascinating. For me, it's a podcast at the moment. And yeah, hopefully you're getting some value from it. If so, feel free to share it or follow along and save it to your Spotify. Hopefully be on Apple Podcasts soon. And thanks for listening.